covering up for beauty.
Alright. So, I keep my phone over here on my desk instead of next to my head because when the alarm goes off, it will force me to get up right out of my bed. You know, it's not good to stay sedentary right as you get up. You know, start doom scrolling immediately. So I get my phone, turn it off. What I'll do, usually I'll open my blinds because my blinds are closed, so I'll open my blinds and then I will go outside. You want sunlight immediately because it will regulate your circadian rhythm, but also just feels good right when you wake up. All right, then I'll go right into the grass and just ground for a little bit, move around, get the lymphatic system moving around, drain out toxins by doing this. So the first thing I will consume when I wake up is some bone broth. All right, so I just bought this earlier this morning because I ran out, but so it's still defrosting a bit, but I think there's still enough like I could make use of it. But you're gonna want to heat it up on the stove, preferably not in the microwave, just because it will preserve a little bit of the nutrients. So we're gonna get this going. You want to find a organic bone broth because a lot of toxins are stored in the bones and organs as well, so you want to make sure you're getting good quality bones and organs that you're going to consume. But also you're going to want to find a bone broth that is very gelatinous, and you're going to be able to tell. I'm going to put it in there and it's not going to be like liquid, it's just going to be gelatinous. It's going to be like jello or some consistency like that, because you'll buy some bone broths, they're going to be very liquid, which isn't ideal. The reason you want to consume bone broth, and especially first thing in the morning, is because of the high gelatin collagen content. It's going to be very good for your gut health, very good for your skin health. And obviously the more of that gelatin, the better it is. So it's frozen right now, but we have some liquid because I've been defrosting it. So it's a little bit liquid just because whatever, but you know, there is like a thicker consistency. Usually the one that I get, and even this one, if it's like defrosted properly, it's very like thick, very gelatinous, but this will do for now. All right, so while that's heating up, we're gonna cut this papaya I just bought. I've never eaten a papaya, but I'm gonna cut this. It's a little small, but always a wood cutting board. You don't want to get microplastics because, believe it or not, cutting on a plastic board gives you a significant amount of plastics. So, cut this. I think it's ripe, I'm not too sure. Cut this, maybe a little more. No, this should be done actually, so I'm just gonna pour this in here. After I'm done drinking my bone broth, depending on how hungry I am, I will either wait a bit before actually eating, or I'll get started right away. All right, so always stainless steel pan or cast iron, but you don't want the Teflon stuff because the Teflon is going to leak forever chemicals into your food. But also, when you use Teflon, you are required to use a plastic spatula because if you use a metal one, the Teflon will leak way more. But when you're using the plastic, it is getting plastic in your food, so you definitely don't want that. So the trick with stainless steel, so you don't get it to stick, you gotta heat it up enough. You gotta put it on a decent temperature, and there's a little trick I'll show you guys. All right, so to test whether the pan is hot or not, you get some water. You get some water in your fingers and you just slash like that. And when you see the balls jumping around, dancing around, that's how you know it's hot enough. And so that's when you put on the oil. You don't put on the oil before. Before I do that, I'm gonna prepare the eggs. And I'll show you guys why. Usually I'll just crack them in, but I've been doing this and it tastes much better. Just very simple, crack it open, just move it around one shell to the other, and it should separate pretty decently. One more, we're just gonna get 4 eggs. We just got some beef tallow here, grass-fed. Get some raw cheese. You can get this from most stores. It's not as difficult to get as raw milk because a lot of cheeses are just naturally made raw. Again, you want to be careful you don't get the plastic in there. Again, I'm probably cooking this a little too much, but the reason I will separate the yolks from the whites is because eating the yolks raw give you plenty of benefits, very good nutrition, but when you eat it raw with the whites, it will actually inhibit the B vitamin absorption in your body. So I forget the exact name of the compound that inhibits it, but you don't want to inhibit your nutrient consumption, so you want to get the best benefits. And so we're just gonna keep the yolks raw or cook them just slightly. We're gonna eat this outside. More anabolic. We also have this Mountain Valley spring water. Tap water, no good. Some interesting fact is that the birth control that women take, it exits through their urinary system and it doesn't filter out, so you're getting birth control in the water. Alright, another quick tip. Digestion starts in the mouth, so you want to chew a decent amount. You want your food to turn to almost liquid. It's going to mix with the saliva. Your saliva has digestive enzymes, but also just, you know, chewing down the food to a smaller size is going to allow higher nutrient absorption and less digestion issues. Finished half of the papaya and the eggs. Now I'm gonna move around a little bit, not too much, just to get my digestion moving a little bit. Sometimes I'll go for a walk if it's like a big meal, but right now I'm just gonna move around and talk. I just wanted to say quickly why I'm so hung up on all these things, why I'm so cautious about my diet and my health, because a lot of people will probably see this stuff and go, you know, like it's too much, it's extreme, but through my early lifting stages, I basically just ate whatever I pleased, as long as it fit my macros and my calories. All right, my camera just ran out of battery, so I'm gonna record this on my phone. Yeah, so what that did for me was essentially wreck my gut, gave me terrible acne. My gut health got to such a low point, to a point where I even found it pretty concerning, and I went to the doctor, and they didn't really say anything about it. You know, they didn't really know what was wrong. It certainly didn't say that my diet would be a cause. And so for years I was always like into the whole health scene, but I never had the discipline to actually stick to it. I've tried in the past, was very interested, like researched a bunch of things, learned a lot, but never really applied it until about like 8 months or so. I started getting, you know, I really just want to like fix my acne is what it started at. And so I started eating clean, but you know, it didn't really stick too long. And I went to Romania to visit my family. And what happened was I lost all motivation. You know, I was away. Like I wanted to just eat whatever I wanted. And so that's what I did. And after 3 weeks of being in Romania, I came back to America. And for 2 weeks straight, I had the worst abdominal pain. I was waking up in the middle of the night with terrible pain, and I didn't know what the cause of it was. So it was very scary. Instantly flipped the switch to my diet that I'm currently on now. And even if I do have some digestive discomfort still, or still get acne, I'm not worrying about it because it takes time to heal. And I was at such a low point that it really will take a significant amount of time, I think. But it's taking time to recover, but it's definitely making a difference. I'm not getting as bad acne as I used to. I'll put up some pictures of what I used to look like, but yeah, so it'll take time. All right, so the way to combat the tick problem is you just get your hands and you just go like that. You could shower, but I'm gonna go get the milk, so yeah. All right, so here we have some raw milk that I got from the farm down the street. I asked for them not to refrigerate it because if you refrigerate the raw milk below 6 degrees Celsius, it will kill off some of the growth, the growth factors. So what we'll do here, I also got some of this bee pollen from the farmer's market yesterday. So we're gonna put some of this in here and mix it up. This is I'll just sip on this, for the next 2 hours or so, and this is basically what I'll eat with some fruit. Ramsey just showed up with the devil pasteurized milk. So Ramsey and I are gonna go for a little kayak ride. Actually, you want to try? I got some papaya. You want to try some papaya? Sure. I'm gonna bring it out because I want to eat some fruit. Delivery for the king. But I'm gonna eat most of it probably because it's mine. No, I'm just kidding. You gotta have Homer's law of hospitality. You gotta share food with your friends.
And you gotta record them eating. Yo, when I drink pasteurized milk, the macros are good, but I can drink this whole thing in raw milk, I feel fine, but I'm gonna drink this whole thing with pasteurized, it's gonna feel like there's a brick in my stomach.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna finish this and then we're gonna head out on the water. Got a battery, I'm not even controlling it. But here, I don't know if it's on the video, but it sets its home and it returns. Not even touching it. I might have to catch it though because it's gonna go on this table. I'm gonna let it do its job, honestly. Beautiful, I didn't even touch it. All right, so now, just a little snack or like a little meal too. I got some steak that was made yesterday. There's a lot of it, so I'm gonna try to eat this. I'm not heating it up, I'm just gonna eat it cold. No reason really, I'm just easier. So also finished the milk and got some liver defrosting. 12 oysters each, and some frozen pineapples.